is Tyler Cody.
My name is Nicolette Santamander.
My name is Jonas Sturgis.
My name is Danielle Torres. My name is Jamie Keenan.
In 2014, Damien Boudreaux lost his life fighting for ISIS. He was radicalized in his home of Calgary, Canada, and his mother saw the dark turn that her son had taken. However, she didn't have the resources, the knowledge to help. Since then, his mother, Christiane Boudreaux, has become a leading advocate of countering violent extremist programs known as CPE. And she explained to us that due to this lack of knowledge and due to the lack of resources about the problem, it's leading more kids to become like her son. And stories like these that led us to create Operation250, which seeks to acutely address this problem at some of its roots, which is a lack of education about online safety and a lack of resources to teach terrorism in an age-appropriate and transparent manner. Our name comes from a report from George Washington University saying 250 Americans have left to join ISIS since 2015. In fact, many of these Americans were radicalized online. 44 Western youth have attempted to carry out a terrorist attack on their Western nation. Half of them were radicalized by online recruiters. An additional 17% of them were radicalized through the online propaganda you can find on the internet. So we did some research to find out maybe why these numbers are so high. We're seeing teens aren't being as safe online as they should. In fact, 69% of teens are receiving messages from people who they do not know and they're not telling anybody about it. 25% of them are visiting hate websites, and 14 are visiting websites on how to build a bomb. Now, it's no question that parents and educators find it important to talk about online safety. In fact, 93% of parents say that they do talk to their kids about it. However, only 61% of the kids report these conversations ever happening, showing a disparity. In addition, 51% of teachers say that their district is doing an inadequate job of teaching kids about online safety. So, what does this mean? Operation250 theorizes a causal link of this lack of education leading to an increased vulnerability and naivety, which is putting kids in a higher risk of coming into contact with violent extremist material and individuals. We're not the only ones that think this is a problem. In fact, the United States government is fronting a $10 million grant opportunity to fund CPE programs like Operation250 to address this exact problem.
Our organization was originally a part of a Countering Violent Extremism competition sponsored by the Department of Homeland Security and Facebook. After recognizing the causal link, our group developed, designed, and implemented an expansive online educational platform, Operation250, which was chosen to present to the Department of Homeland Security in Washington, D.C. this past February. The platform was created to address the absence of education surrounding online safety and violent extremism. The platform includes a video that follows the radicalization process from the beginning, 24 pages of original content, an online quiz, and 11 printable lesson plans for teachers. At the moment, our team is in the process of executing a full online and offline expansion plan. As a result of our success with the DHS program, we have been able to develop a small operating budget through donations from invested alumni. We are using this budget to expand our platform to include more interactive features, more content, and to make changes based on user feedback. But our biggest expansion endeavor is in the offline realm. We are currently creating a full curriculum and implementation plan so that members of our team can implement our platform in local school districts. And we already have multiple school districts interested in our organization for the 2017-2018 school year.
To continue, we seek $15,000 so that we can expand our network of schools and increase our reach on our direct audience. Specifically, we would use $5,000 of these funds to create informational packets to send to local school districts. Our goal is to get our material into the hands of teachers so they see firsthand just how useful it can be. We are also seeking a modest travel budget along with logistical expenses and a copyright for our platform and content. From the feedback we've received from teachers, academics, mothers of terrorist offenders, and the National Counterterrorism Center, we truly believe that Op250 will play an essential role in countering extremism and ensuring the safety of children online. With the right support and development, we are certain that we can become a successful nonprofit. With Op250 in the hands of teachers and parents, they will be equipped and ready to answer those daunting questions, start those critical conversations, and fill the voice of knowledge. This is why we need your support. because together, we can prevent another 250. Thank you.
You guys mentioned you went to Washington.
Yes, we did.
Could you share who was there, the experience, what came out of that in terms of how it's going to help you?
Of course. So originally we were part of a Countering Violent Extremism competition, which started back in September. Originally there were 160 schools worldwide, 40 educational platforms worldwide were submitted, and we were the one that was chosen to go to Washington, D.C. We were there along with 8 other teams, and as I said before, we were the only educational platform. We ended up placing 3rd overall, and it was really great for us in terms of networking. We have a very large counter-violent extremist network, which is why we believe we've gained so much traction and had so much success. And we really just solidified a lot of these relationships that we had made through social media by meeting a lot of these experts in person at the conference.
You talked about the disconnect between the parent and child and student. So what's your experience been in terms of when you present this to the audience and parents versus a
So we were actually very fortunate. Just last weekend, we had a presentation with 25 parents and 25 of their kids, and we were able to actually break them up and talk to them separately. And what we actually found in a lot of the discussions that we were having was that the parents are saying, oh, we're talking about online safety. They find it very important that they're talking about online safety. And then we're talking to the kids, and that's not such a, you don't see the same answers in what they're saying. And something that we're also very fortunate to have is we've created this network of partners of Op250, which is a network of teachers expanding from elementary through high school. We have parents, which actually some of the parents that we met just last weekend were able to join our network, and then we also have kids. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to hear the voices of all 3 of our target audiences so that we can actually understand them, because I mean, we're not too far removed from this target audience that we're going, whether it's the kids or moving forward as educators or parents, but we're still in that zone where we may not understand everything that a 13-year-old is thinking or what they're trying to see online. So it was really good to get that experience of talking to the kids in the room and kind of a laid-back situation where they can just tell us actually what they're feeling about not only online safety, but also a lot of their questions about terrorism.
Were you well received by the education?
Yes, so great thing that we have is we have an outstanding network of educators. We have, for the partners of Op250, we have superintendents of schools, we have teachers that have looked at our platform, looked at our lesson plans, and we've been able to work with them because we understand that we're not teachers. So we don't understand exactly how difficult it is to talk about sensitive topics in a classroom. So what we're able to do is we give them the knowledge, and then they help us develop something so that they're able to display it in the classroom much better. And we're actually very fortunate. August 29th, we are going to a school district which has 5 of the partners of Op250 working in it, one of them being the superintendent, and they fully plan on implementing what we have done and worked with them into their classrooms. And we have a teacher workshop set up before the beginning of the school year.
So you are field testing?
Yes.
Thanks.
So is this a not-for-profit model? Are you going to get funding from the government, or where's your money coming from?
That's an excellent question. So as Tyler mentioned before, Congress just recently approved a $10 million budget for grassroots civic organizations such as ourselves. So we will be applying for those grants in the summer of 2018. But in order to prepare ourselves for these grants and in order to be really competitive, because it is exceedingly difficult to be legitimately competitive, so we want to put ourselves in the best position as possible to receive grant money. So we will be applying in the summer of 2018. But before that, we want to launch a pilot study using a C grant money that we've applied for through the university to launch a pilot study for the 2017-2018 school year. We'll be using those results to increase our validity in our application process. And we want to use our difference maker money to better improve ourselves to get into the classroom so we can actually launch our pilot study.
And you said
No,
Sorry.
just one follow-up, sorry. this scalable? So I'm assuming that there's a lot of other issues with online predators. Are you thinking to expand beyond Up250?
So the thing that makes CVE successful, if you want to be a successful CVE organization, you have to stay very grounded. You have to stay very, I want to say, tight. And stay very tight. So a lot of times the big problem with CVE organizations is they do this octopus thing. They just spread out. They want to do this to counter violent extremism. They have online platforms. They're offline. They're setting up all these great things, but they kind of lose sight of what their actual problem is. I think a really great strength with our organization is that we're very, very tight with what it is we're trying to solve, and that's youth radicalization by educating students about online safety and violent extremism. And we've discussed this before, and we worried that if we branched out too much, we would dilute what it is we're actually trying to accomplish.
Thank you, Up250.